the year's 1884. Civil War ended.
Oh, yeah. Something about the Civil War going on for 10 years. Somebody says.
Great.
Yeah.
So the Civil War went
pretty
till
much right at the beginning.
1871. Yeah, and it resulted in the surrender of the South. And much like our history, except there was a big battle of Gettysburg with a lot of walking dead. And as the nation expanded westwards, it came to California, which suffered in 1868 from the Great Quake, shattering its entire west coast and creating these winding canals known as the maze. But it also revealed to everyone throughout all of North America, throughout all of the West, not all of North America, because the East doesn't have it. It revealed this new resource called ghost rock, which gets its name because it makes a terrible howling noise as it's burned, but it burns hotter and longer than normal coal. So it allowed scientists to create.
Oh, I'm really cold. Hang on. Oh, that's better. Oh, I feel so much more cozy.
This is the life.
It's warmer but louder also. So.
This is the best thing I've ever heard. Sorry, I apologize.
No,
Go
it's
on.
okay.
Tell me about the ghost rock.
Tell you about the screaming, the yell rock, the Yellstone. Yeah, it makes it extremely valuable, and that is the new gold rush, or ghost rush as they call it. Yeah, what else to describe? Well, our adventure is going to take place in central British Columbia, near Barkerville, and the posse, these folk I'm playing with here, are going to be rolling into Barkerville. Let's set it just for fun on today's date, but in 1884. So July 21st, 1884, you're rolling into Barkerville, and as the last stop before the town. Sees the last couple get off your car. The train sets off once more, and you four find yourselves alone in a train car.
Yeah, I think Oisin is just coming in from another car, like farther back, where he has just been gambling with like crew of the train staff, and
train staff
mostly just can't be where he was before because he just took them for a bunch of money, probably by cheating. Decided to get into a different car. So he kind of Kramers his way in through the door and then brushes himself off a little bit.
Dottie's is frantically looking throughout the train car for something. So she goes up to Annie, and I'm like, "Y'all seen the mayor? Y'all seen the mayor? He's about yay high. The mayor, he's about yay high. He's covered in brown fur. Y'all, anybody seen the mayor around here? I'm looking for him. I'm looking all around the ground.
The mayor?
Yeah,
is that what you're looking for, ma'am?
Yes, I'm looking for the mayor who's about this tall. He tends to scurry away. If you got any nuts on you, he might be rifling through those.
Have you maybe had a little too much heat today, ma'am? Maybe you need to take a seat?
No, ma'am. I know what I'm doing. Old Skruggs knows what's up. Just gotta find where the mayor scampered off to. You, sir, with the... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm gonna. I will. Despite not understanding what's going on, I will look around for a small furry creature.
Yeah, I reckon.
Put my head underneath seats.
I reckon that this mayor's of the rodent variety.
Yes, sir. You'd be correct.
Tell me, how big are the feet?
Oh, very small, sir. Regular squirrel size.
Well, it's regular squirrel size feet. Then I'm inclined to give you a hand.
Okay. Thank you so much. My name is Dotty Skruggs. And I appreciate you helping me out.
Pleased to meet
Wait a
you.
minute. So were you not going to help her if it was a rabbit?
That's a good question. What?
I don't deal in what ifs.
All right, cool for you then, I
Got
guess.
ourselves a serious here.
You know, Dotty says here Dotty May says the mayor's missing. I'll find that mayor. Marshall, what should I roll?
You should roll a notice test.
Oh, a
And
notice.
To refresh your memory, a notice is whatever die you've put into the notice skill, plus you also roll a D. You guys are all wild cards, which are just the Deadlands versions of characters. So you always roll an extra D6 whenever you attempt a skill or attribute test, and you choose the best result.
Okay, I have a D6 in notice, so I'm going to roll a D6 and a D6. Plus, I have an edge called alertness, which gives me a +2 to notice.
Nice. So that +2 will actually apply to any one of these dice.
Okay.
And roll them, choose the best. And if you roll a 6, which is the highest number on it, you get to take another D6 and add it on top.
That's called an ace, is that right?
That's called acing.
Okay, well, I aced. So I'm going to roll one more D6. Do I roll
Yeah,
the wild
and
die
add it.
again?
Nope.
Okay. Okay, so I rolled a 6 and a 5, and then I add +2 only once, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you
So
got 13.
I rolled lucky 13.
So the target number for everything by default is 4, and for every 4 you get above that, in which case you've got 2 4s above 4, you get what's known as a raise.
Okay.
So Chuck Horsefinger looks around, and you spot the mayor all the way on top of one of the bench seats. Is the mayor a squirrel, Dotty?
Yeah, he's a squirrel.
The mayor has found a nut on the ground and is happily munching on it on top of one of the bench seats towards the front of the car.
I point over to where the squirrel is. That's your mayor there, Dotty May.
I can't see too good on account of the only I have one eye. You see. And I smile with like a bunch of like missing teeth, but you notice I have like one big old gold tooth still left in the front. And I go scoop up the mayor in my arms, and it runs like sits on my shoulder. And I go back to you guys. I'd like to introduce you to Mayor Acorn S. Nuggets.
Listen, I gotta be honest with you, Dotty May. You got a lot going on. I didn't see that. I didn't notice that missing eye.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of hard to look at, so I don't blame you, sir.
Well,
Not
Dotty,
too easy on the eye.
Dotty May, if you don't mind my saying so. To me, every one of you plum humans looks like a sunset. Unique, beautiful, no Bigfoots.
But sorry. You started talking like you're not a human and also like Bigfoots are real, so that's a bit strange to me.
Well, I'm definitely a human. Bigfoots are real. What's your name
Can you be sure you're a human though? Oisin.
Oisin. Can I be sure I'm a human? See, you want to start some sort of philosophical debate.
Yeah, sure, why not? I've got nothing better to do. Unless you'd rather play cards or whatever.
The only time I gamble is when I eat dairy.
Well, that's a bit of an overshare then, isn't it? Didn't really ask you about your bowel movements, just asked if you wanted to play cards.
You got my answer.
All right.
Fantastic.
Well.
Cool. Well,
Oisin's gonna sit down across from Annie, She seems like the only sane person here.
Do you know anything about the Barkerville is we're going to? Now I'm speaking in Irish accent.
You making fun of me there, lad. I said down where you seem like you're the only normal one, and now you're making fun of me.
What? I gotta switch it up.
Jesus. No, I don't know any. I know that it's west, and I haven't been there before, so that's about all I need.
Would that be a common knowledge roll?
Totally, it'd be common knowledge roll to know more about Barkerville.
Okay. I'll roll a common knowledge roll. I got a 5.
Hatchet me poorly.
Okay, Chuck, you know Barkerville was a boomtown during the gold rush, and then that quickly dried up. And the only person who remained was the namesake Billy Barker, and he was not ready to give up on his town. So after the Great Quake, he decided he'd drop one more mine just to see what was down there before he finally packed it in. And he struck it rich with ghost rock. And just like that, the miners flooded back into Barkerville, and the city has boomed ever since. Billy Barker has taken a step back from mining himself and is the duly elected mayor of Barkerville still. And he runs the Barker Mining Company, which is the not the only mining company in town, but it's the biggest, and he kind of runs it all. There's a local legend that if you catch him in the street and you shake his hand, you're endowed with luck.
Sounds like a leprechaun.
Yeah.
What was that?
Okay, so I relay all this information, and if you shake Mayor Barker's hand, that's a sign of good luck. You're endowed with luck.
If you believe that, I've got a rock on the side of a castle to show you.
You've got a what?
Never mind. It's an Irish thing.
I just actually totally didn't hear you. I wasn't sure if you said a rock or a walk.
A rock.
Well, I don't
Why
know.
would I say? Why would there be a walk on the side of a castle?
Maybe we're cooking something. I don't know.
On the side of a castle.
They're mobile. You could carry them places, and then you could, wherever you put a fire, you can cook with a wok.
But I can't. How are you going to get a fire on the side of a castle?
On the ground, and then it just goes up.
So, in your mind, I'm hanging off the side of a castle. There's a fire about 20 feet down that's cooking the wok.
What are
How
the
big
odds?
is this fire?
It's big enough. It's big enough to signal a Bigfoot.
No, there's no Bigfoots in Ireland, man.
Not anymore.
Did the snakes?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think you're thinking of snakes there, Oshi.
Oh, no, there's still snakes in Ireland. He drove out pagans. Snakes is a metaphor.
Oh, okay.
Just then, the conductor slides open the door and looks in and says, "Oh, you're all still here. Next stop, Barkerville."
We're still here. We bought tickets to Barkerville. What's wrong with you?
Kind of glad to be off this train, to be honest. The conversation's getting a little bit strange.
Well,
So strange about it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're talking about walks on the side of mountains. I don't know. I mean, I'm just
It's a rock on the side of a castle, love. You gotta keep
somewhere
up.
where nobody knows me. I can't.
Well,
yeah, what's your situation there, Missy? You've
My
been real
situation?
quiet, like.
Oh, her situation.
Yeah, her situation. I mean, you're beautiful and all, but definitely not what I would call Missy. But that's up to you to decide. Whatever you prefer, I'm okay with.
Oh,
That's
I ain't got no real story. I'm just trying to find a new place to start again. You know, just start fresh. Where nobody knows me, potentially nobody knows my face. Nobody seen me before. You know, that kind of thing.
That definitely sounds like
Mm.
someone without an interesting past.
yeah, no, that's definitely not the sound of someone running from something. Listen, as someone who is quite clearly running from something, I can assure you that you are also probably running from something.
We're
Oh,
all
I mean,
that's
it
a-
could
that's a
also
real
be
boring
lactose
story.
intolerant.
yeah. This is true.
No, that's the runs.
Yeah,
This is running from something.
Oh,
Listen, everybody's either running from something or running to something. Sometimes both, but never neither.
All right,
I
James
feel like
Joyce,
yours
talk
has
it up.
something to do with Bigfoot there.
Oh yeah, because running takes feet.
Huh?
Big feet.
big feet.
Yeah.
I mean, you can run on hooves, I guess, which I guess are technically feet.
Can you run on hooves, Oisin? Can you run on hooves?
I'd certainly give it a shot if I got some hooves, you know. Always try something once.
Cloven hooves,
yeah,
perhaps.
never knock it. Never knock it until you try it. I always say.
What about arson? I mean, like, I think arson's kind of a bad thing, and I've never tried it.
I mean, I'd try it again. Certainly, yeah. It was fun the first time.
I guess
Second
it
time I
depends
got a
on
bit
the
burned.
situation.
What was that, Dotty?
I guess it depends on the situation.
I suppose.
Yeah, like sometimes you just got to burn a building down to get away from the mob that's trying to get you.
Like my
It's
brother
good to
always
Exactly.
my brother always used to say, when it comes to fire, context is king.
This is the same brother that got killed by the Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
I don't know, what did he know?
Well,
Can't get not killed by an imaginary creature, so
you better watch that mouth of yours, Oisin, or you're gonna find it so full of lead you'll be crapping pencils for a year.
no, they use graphite for pencils now.
By 1884,
Yeah, probably.
they still
I
use
feel
lead
like-
in
I thought
We
forks.
figured out
Interesting.
lead and poison yet.
I think potentially this might turn to violence a little sooner than we thought.
The train begins to slow down as it pulls, as you hear the brakes get put on in it, the hissing or the howling of the ghost rock from the engine as it rolls into Barkerville. Yeah.
Oh, the old pants shitter express is pulling into the platform.
And everyone's okay with it. And yeah, you see the town is in full swing outside your window. The train pulls up to a platform and hits the I guess it's not a railhead, so it just pulls up to the platform. You see tons of people outside, and as you step out, you see a whole bunch of probably about like 4 to 5 people trying to hand out flyers to everybody getting off the train, trying to advertise this this inn or that, this general store is better than this other general store, and a whole host of people just trying to bend your ear. The train staff are hauling off your bags and putting them down by the on the platform as well, and you stand on the platform in Barkerville.
So Marshall, on my character sheet, I got a horse. Does that mean I get to unload my horse from the train? Is it coming off of the cattle car?
Yep, yeah. A young boy leads your horse to you and hands you the reins,
Nice.
and then
Okay.
sticks out his hand.
All right, I'll give him something. I don't know what I have. A coin. What is the currency? Just usual
Canadian dollars. Yeah, you can also use
Oh, okay.
U.S. dollars because a lot of the people of British Columbia at the time were a little on the fence. A lot of them thought they were going to end up part of the states. So some people in BC at the time, kind of outside of the major cities like Vancouver and Victoria, were kind of hedging their bets that they'd join the Union.
Okay, yeah, I'll give him an American dollar just because it's probably what I got.
Dollar.
He like looks really excited. He like straightens his hat and then thank you, ma'am, and then runs off.
Oisin is going to recover his sort of luggage, which is basically just a traveling bag and a doctor's bag.
A man will approach you with a flyer, and he'll stuff it into your hand, Dotty, and he'll say, "Ma'ams, sirs, I would be delighted if you were to stay at the La Rock Inn, under new management and better than ever before. If you're looking to rest your head here in Barkersville on your way up to the mountains, it's worth staying at the La Rock Inn."
What was wrong with the old management?
Oh, he just he was no Barnum Stanley. Let's just leave it at that.
How delighted are we talking you'd be for us to stay?
Well, I'm sure the manager, Monsieur Larocque, would be more than happy to offer you an extra egg in your breakfast skillet.
Yeah, eggs are fine. How about 50 cents off the room? We've got a famous shootist here. I point to Chuck, who I have not actually been introduced to. I don't think I should say. This is Michael Collins. He's quite famous.
Michael Collins. We're not doing that again.
I think he'd be quite taken with him. What having a man of his stature stay at your establishment would be, quite the clout for you.
Well, I'm certain if Mr. Larocque is impressed by your gunmanship and accuracy, then it draws a certain crowd and lends a certain, as he would say, je ne sais quoi to the inn. I'm sure he would love to cut you in on some of that.
What does je ne sais quoi mean?
I don't rightly know, sir. I ain't of the French.
Then why did you say it?
Well, Mr. Larocque sure does love tossing it around.
All right.
Oh, I might know what that is. I don't remember.
Dotty, what does je ne sais quoi mean?
Sounds like a real high establishment.
It's the finest inn in all the Barker.
I don't.
Oisin kind of turns and he's kind of saying this quietly. He's like, "Stop saying I don't know. I don't know. I get that you don't know."
I do know, Mr. Oisin.
Well, if you do
I know a little bit of the Franglish.
If you do know, what is
in
it?
My time?
What does it mean?
Je ne sais quoi. I don't know what.
Then why did you say you?
I don't know what.
This is turning into one of those newfangled vaudeville routines. I don't know.
Well, I don't care for any of that tomfoolery myself. Anyway, have yourselves a nice day in Barkerville. And the man goes off to the next people down the line. Sorry, Joanna, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, nothing.
Oisin again, kind of this weird aside. I was like, what the hell, look at you. I was having the thing going there and now you ruined it.
Well, maybe I can still try some of that.
Mr.
Oh, you go ahead.
Oisin, do we have a fifth member of our party that I cannot see?
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, then. All right. You keep your secrets, sir.
You got a little friend like what I have here with Mr. The Mayor, Mayor Nuggets here.
No, I have not kept a rodent with me.
Oh, I mean, well, that's just bad luck. You should always keep a rodent with you.
Marshall.
They're a good company, and they tell the best jokes.
Yeah, rodent's not going to help with my luck, lass.
Marshall, is now a good time
Yes.
to let you know of some of our hindrances? Because I have a hindrance, and I believe Oisin does as well, called Trouble Magnet. Just so you know, if you didn't know that,
Yep.
we've both got Trouble Magnet as a
Great.
Oh,
hindrance.
People
boy.
yeah.
Yeah, I think this is one that actually would affect because I think it gives you an extra Benny there, Marshall. Oisin is also cursed, so
Huh.
Well, hot dog. I will give myself another Benny, a Marshall Benny. These are from the Deadlands book, right?
Yes.
Yes,
I have
sir.
a minor hindrance of Trouble Magnet, which I think just means that I don't know if that gives you anything else, but
Whenever you roll a critical failure, the consequences are suitably worse in some way. Nice, excellent.
Suitably worse.
Excellent. And the major one has a random character. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
the major
sorry,
one's awful.
Yeah. Sorry, Stu. What was the one you said was giving me the extra?
cursed.
Oh yes, cursed. Yes, yes. Excellent. Cool.
For the record, mine are one eye, so I have like -2 checks that involve sight. I'm quirky. I have quirk, and I'm also ugly. So I have like it's negative charm. I've got one tooth and one eye, and I'm old as fuck. I'm like been living out in the woods. I've got like probably bits of twig in my hair. My skin is like old and leathery from the sun. I'm not especially pleasant to look at.
Listen,
But I've
I
got
think you're
character.
mighty charming, mighty charming.
Well, yeah. When I don't have in my looks at the ripe old age of 34, I have in my smarts.
It's that's a heck of a 34.
Oh yeah, I just stopped counting one day, but I had to guess I'd be about 34 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you say
I just have
Again,
night terrors.
wrinkles.
Well, you don't look a day over 50, I'll say.
Annie, you've got night terrors?
Night terrors, yeah. So I just can't sleep and scream all night, kind of like the ghost rock, and that gives me a -1 to spirit on everything, and then I'm just wanted by the authorities.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say we try out that Le Rock's Inn? You want to see if I can get we can get a 50% off the cost of a room with some of my shootisting? I am a gunster,
Sure, yeah.
a shootist.
Hey, I'm always.
I guess by
looking for
the
deals,
guns on
know?
you there.
Yeah. Gun.
Sorry, Joe.
Nah, I'll be looking for a deal, so I'll come along with you folks if you think you can get it cheap.
All right.
Don't
Yeah,
mind
we're
tagging
all-
along.
We're all part of Mr. Collins's retinue.
Call me Chuck.
Oh, we didn't know what je ne sais quoi meant, but we know what retinue means now.
That's part of the eyeball.
Chuck Horsefinger, you keep your fingers away from my horse.
Annie, my name is Chuck Horsefinger, not Chuck Horsefingerer. There's a huge distinction, which I have learned.
Just making sure you understand the distinction, that's all.
Oh, I understand.
I mean, about maybe 4 or 5 inches of distinction.
Damn right there is.
I'm also pretty sure horses don't have fingers.
Oh, actually, that you'd be right on that one. They actually walk on their fingers. They're like long appendages, and where the hooves are almost like a fingernail.
Dotty, you are
That's
Well,
real.
amazing
People
information.
find out that is 100% legit. They walk on their fingers.
Well, that's a bit of nightmare fuel for me. Let's go to the inn then and try and get a room that I can not sleep in.
The La Rock Inn is pretty easy to find. You can even tug on someone's sleeve and they'll point you in the right direction. And you see out in front this beautiful carriage, like this very high class carriage just out in front of the inn. And all these people wearing really nice, not dressy clothes, like not tuxedos, but really nice suits, going in and out, conducting some kind of business. It seems like there's a lot of hullabaloo going on here at the La Roque Inn. And when you come into the lobby, you see this man with a long, like Salvador Dali type mustache behind the counter, and he's red-faced, cursing out all these people walking in and out in French. There's another younger man just kind of leaning on the side, reading a newspaper.
Are there gambling tables here?
Yes, there is. There's a table full of there's a table with about 3 other people having a game of poker.
I am not a huge fan of crowds, so I'm gonna try and keep myself to the sides and maybe a little inconspicuous while I make my way to the front.
Mm-hmm.
So, Mr. Golden Tongue, why don't you say we get this shooting show going?
Yeah, let's go talk to the irate Frenchman.
Right.
I'm gonna walk up to who I assume is Monsieur Larocque.
Yeah. And he looks at you and he says, "What do you want? What is it you could be putting your face in front of mine for?"
Well, this is a hotel, and you are a hotelier. So, I mean, we can use our minds and just think about what I might be wanting to talk to you about.
You just hear in the background, "Hotelier's French! You done it again!"
"Oh, you see, Michael, I am a hotelier to this man here, but to the great Barnum Stanley, I am no more than a simple taskmaster, a manager, as he says. It is below me. Why you ever convinced me to sell this place is an affront to our entire family."
I feel like we walked in on the middle of something.
Yeah, that feels like a lot more information than I needed to take a room here. So, your man outside said you might give us a bit of coin off of the rooms if my man here proved himself to be a talented shooter.
The young man who was lazily reading the newspaper like perks up, and he closes the newspaper when you say that, and he says, "Are you saying he's a real gunman?"
Oh, I'm a real gunman. I'm Chuck Horsefinger, real gunman, shootist, gunster.
I never heard of you.
I think we'd all be more comfortable maybe with gunslinger. I think that sounds nicer, personally.
Gotta sling them guns. Throw them real far, like.
I'm the finest bulletsman you'll ever see.
Bulletsman? Are you? Is that an American term? Are you from down south?
Not as down south as you'd think.
I don't know what that means.
200 miles. 200 miles north of Seattle.
All right.
I think that's north of here.
I think.
It's not.
You'd be
Blaine,
surprised.
it's Blaine, Washington.
It's roughly Delta.
Yeah.
which was founded in 1879. So historically correct.
5 years ago. Yeah.
All right, Michael Collins. All right, Michael Collins.
Call me Chuck.
No.
He'll step around the front desk, and he'll say, "You know, I might be willing to give you folks a discount for staying here as the assistant manager of the La Roque Inn. If you don't mind, maybe taking a job."
What sort of job?
Well, that guy over there, and he points to a table where he points to the poker table where there's a man who's got like a bowler hat on, whereas everyone else has like Stetson on.
Oh.
He says, That there's Horatio Chan. He owns one of the mines just northeast of here, or he did before the Mackenzie.
Must you say?
Yeah,
Did you say mines?
yeah, for sure. I sure did.
Okay, I'm listening.
Well, his mine was taken over by the Mackenzie gang, who's been bumping off a lot of miners around here, and frankly, he's that's drying up a little bit of my action.
The Mackenzies,
Right,
you
so
say?
you want us to go kill a couple of Mackenzies?
Hey, I didn't say nothing about killing nobody, but Horatio over there might give you a bit more a bit more information.
Can I roll knowledge about the Mackenzies? Should anyone roll knowledge about the Mackenzies?
Yes, you can roll common knowledge, but it's actually going to be with a -2.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Okay,
See if I
I'll
know.
roll on that too.
I
Yeah, anyone can.
I aced it.
Woo, I aced it too.
Right.
I did not. I got a 4.
So that is an 11 total for me.
Okay.
7 minus 2. I got a total of 5.
Oh, sorry. 9 after the -2. Forgot about the -2.
Yeah, I got a total of 5.
Oh, -2. Never mind. Yeah.
Yeah, I got a mighty 4. Are these Carmin? Are these Mackenzies? How real are these Mackenzies?
I don't think if any likeness to people living or dead is purely coincidental. I just chose the name.
Fake Mackenzies.
I was waiting.
Carmin!
Logging off.
Carmin!
Fake Mackenzies. You know they're real, and they're like a local gang. You've seen some of their wanted posters around the area, though they haven't made it too far south into the Commonwealth of Delta, or whatever it's called, the Corporation of Delta.
Commonwealth of Delta, the Grand Duchy of Delta.
Yeah, they're a local gang run by Sterling Mackenzie, who's a real wicked son of a bitch, who's also very superstitious.
Superstitious.
Yeah, I know. I mean, yeah, I know a few things.
I am running out of cash, so I mean, I will be looking for a job no matter what.
Dottie's gonna spit in the nearest platoon, like, and roll up the sleeves of her long underwear and be like, you know what? I don't take kindly to anybody messing with mining folk. We're the salt of the earth. We work real hard. And I'd be willing to help take down some of these Mackenzies for you. Hooey!
Yeah, I'm gonna walk over to Horatio Chan and ask him about the Mackenzies.
I'm gonna go with Oisin because I'm riled up.
Yeah, sure. I'll go too.
As you go over to the table, you see everyone shows their hands, and Horatio loses, and he's just the guy who won grabs all the coins and pulls it towards himself, and Horatio just leans back in his chair and goes, fuck my luck. And he looks up at you and he says, can I help you folks?
Heard you got a bit of a Mackenzie problem.
I've got my thumbs and my suspenders.
And I'll sit down at the table if the game's still going on.
Yeah.
And I'll place a bet. What's the minimum bet here at this table?
The minimum bet will be $2.
I'll put down $2.
And you can actually, while you're doing this, you can make a gambling roll.
Sure can.
You gotta know when to hold 'em.
That's an ace.
Ooh,
So that's 9.
9.
I don't add the like 2 dice together, right? I just take the higher of the
Yeah.
like initial 2 rolls. Yeah, okay. Then
Exactly.
it's a 9.
Great. Okay. Ooh, you earn yourself through a round of the game. You win that hand and earn yourself 10 whole dollars.
All right.
Wow.
You come up ahead. And Horatio will say he'll as he's playing he'll look at he's also a real bad bluff. He'll say yeah my claim was run over by the Mackenzies 2 days ago. They came in, they muscled myself and my wife and my son out of it, and I was about to strike it rich with the rock, you know.
I know what it's like to have your family messed with.
Yeah, that sounds like a Mackenzie to me.
I angrily spit it again. Phew. We'll have none of that claim jumping on my watch.
One of the
So-
other
That's
What
bad
exactly-
mindsmanship.
What exactly do
Sorry.
you need to have done here? I mean, are you looking to hire some killers for hire? Because I don't think that's what we are.
I normally don't
Um,
shoot humans.
No, he just wants us to gently remove them from his claim, is what I understand.
yeah, that's right.
Where they end up afterwards, none of this gentleman's concern.
Well, I'm sure the Mounties would like to see him swing, but there's a reward on him, and I'll be sure to up that by 50% if you can get him off my claim.
Right, and how much is that reward then?
I think they was offering $1,000 if you bring in Sterling Mackenzie, and $100 for each member of his gang,
And that's dead or alive, or just alive?
dead or alive.
Right. So you're gonna add another 50% on top of that.
Yeah. If you bring in Sterling, it's 500 for me and 50 for each of his cruel bastards that run with him.
Well, I can hardly say no to that. I'm sure
that is
I speak for all of us and say we'd be happy to do it. And also that maybe you should stop playing poker until we're back, because I would like you to have some money to pay us when we return. And you are very bad at this.
What are you talking about? I'm doing. Oh shit! And he throws his hand down and he says, "Yeah, all right. Guess you'd know."
Oh, it's the first time I've ever played, actually. Beginner's luck. I'll gather up my Wenians and we can grab a table. I don't know, what all of you want to do? Drinks are on me with the 10 that I won.
Well, thank
sorry,
you kindly,
did
sir.
Did the maitre d' or the hotel guy say that we could stay if we took the job? Was that the deal?
Yeah. You could stay.
Okay.
And he'll knock off 50 cents a night for you. So that'll be
Ooh.
$4.50 a night. The prices here in Barkerville, you've heard, are infamously inflated, owing, of course, to the fact of just the sheer wealth that's flowing through this town as it experiences a second boom.
I'm trying to decide how outraged Oisin would be about having to pay $4.50 for a room. Like, just whether he would be able to keep himself just upon hearing the price from just exclaiming something. Yeah, I think he's like, four fucking 50. I think,
I mean,
you know,
if we get it,
after what I've heard about this Mackenzie fellow that we're going to have to go deal with, I think we're going to need a little bit more than a 50 cents off. I'd heard before maybe that it was half off was what we were getting. So it's a bit of a steep decline in the discount that we've been getting.
If you're directing that at Michael, he'll say, all right. How does $4 sound? If I go any lower, my dad's going to kill me. He's already ticked off, as you can see, after Mr. Stanley bought this place.
I'm going to say, well, I'll have to talk with the talent there to see how he feels. Chuck, how do you feel about $4?
Me? I don't know. Anything I can shoot that'll give us a bigger discount? Like a trick, not like a person. I normally don't shoot humans.
I turn back to the guy like, how about $3.50?
He's like, all right, $3.50, but when you get back from dealing with the Mackenzies, you got to put on a show for our patrons.
Is there something hanging from just the ceiling or the balcony or something that I could just shoot that would not cause a ricochet?
Cast iron frying pan.
That would not cause a ricochet.
Come on, come on.
Yes, there is a if in the general store across the street, on the balcony above, there is a one guy was leaning out on the balcony with like with a glass of milk, and someone hollered at him inside, and so he left it on the banister as he went inside, or the railing as he went inside to go deal with it. And you notice this above the hubbub of the streets outside.
How far away is it?
It's about 24 yards, which in game terms is 12 pace.
Okay.
The unit of measurement.
So the range on my Colt Frontier is 12/24/48. But the range on my Winchester 73 with scope is 24/48/96. So how far away?
Right.
Which one of those?
It'd be 12 away, so you wouldn't suffer a penalty for either.
Oh, then I'll use the Colt because that's more impressive.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Make a shooting roll.
I'm going to make a shooting roll.
And this time the target number is normally with stationary objects. It's usually around 2, but this thing is quite small, so it's going to be a target number 3.
I rolled a 7.
Ah, nice. So yeah, your bullet hits that pint of milk, and it explodes all over the banister. People in the street stop and look at you, and then look up, and they're like, "Ooh!" And some people start clapping.
I told you, I'm lactose intolerant. Put the gun back. Oh, wait. I reload. And put the gun back up to full 6.
You are the real deal.
Yeah.
All right, 350 it is.
And man Nuggets here can do a few tricks I taught him. That could be fun for the show. Maybe at the intermission.
So 350 it was then.
It's highly entertaining. There's not a lot going on in the woods, so you know what? I've taught a few creatures how to do a few things.
Dot.
What? Huh? What?
Sometimes it's better to leave them in suspense, you know.
And
just...
Dot.
Oh, okay.
And one other thing, Dot. There is something.
Yes?
There is something going on in the woods. Something big.
Yeah.
Something hairy.
Yeah?
But so just where do we find our rooms then? Look, I'll pay for mine.
Yes, production of Oklahoma last year.
I'm going to hand over my 350 and head to my room.
All right, I hand over 350.
I'm going to pull out I'm gonna pull out a sack of random like bits and bobs and precious, semi-precious gems and things like this from what I've come across from paying in, and I'm just gonna hand them like a gold nugget. Does that work? Like a little? Is that
I'm gonna
equivalent
try
of?
and get in on that.
They got me covered.
Yeah, like that's more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna stand behind Dotty and try and get in on that gold nugget because I had nothing left. I got nothing. That was the last dollar that I gave the guy at the train.
Oh, I mean, I can.
I'll pay. I'll pay for this one too. She seems nice.
Oh, thank you very much, Dotty. You're a peach.
Yeah, maybe just let me tag along on that horse when we head out. My bones ain't what they used to be.
Just as an aside, I would like to say welcome to the people from the Return Policy TTV who are apparently raiding our channel right now.
Yeah, sorry. I was
Wow.
if I was a little distracted, it's because I was noticing that I don't know what this is. I am not extremely online.
Huh.
Oh, we got a crab. We got a crab going on.
We got
All right.
lots of crabs in the.
Looks like it's
in the
Crampton,
channel.
America.
Oh,
Captain America. There we go.
I for one love it.
Yeah, everyone, please stick around. We got a good show coming up here for y'all.
Yeah, it's cowboys and supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm an old lady with a squirrel.
You are.
That's enticing, right?
Are.
All right, so I'm
Okay.
gonna put my horse in the stable as well. Hopefully that was
Yeah.
included in the 350.
It was, or it wasn't, but that nugget that Dotty slid him is more than
Yeah.
enough for such a service.
Excellent.
And the night is not super. Or when did you guys want to head out? It's about 2 hours walk and or ride to this to Chan's claim.
What time of day is it now?
It is. It's about It's about 3. It's about 3:15 in the afternoon.
Seems maybe a little late.
Couple hours. Yeah. Maybe we could make a fresh start in the morning.
Yeah. I think that's a good idea. I think Oisin probably wants to have a drink and a nap.
I'm ready to go whenever.
Yeah,
I'm
old
sorry.
Skruggs is just gonna have a lie down, so wake me up when we're ready to go.
All right, Dad. I mean, unless you want to, have a drink with us and all that.
Oh, I could go for I could tie one on a bit. Sure. They got sarsaparilla here?
They sure do.
Was a local
Yeah,
gas.
let's get a table. Have a little chat. Get to know each other. Maybe Annie can tell us who she killed. Sorry, or robbed. I guess I shouldn't just jump to kill.
I look at her with my eye and I'm like, oh, this doesn't look like it's killed a soul. That's no.
Like I said before, I don't normally kill humans.
You said that a lot. In
Everyone
a
just
tone of
goes,
voice that makes it sound like maybe you have killed quite a few humans.
Listen, you don't get to be a shootist or a gunster or a bulletsman without putting some metal into some people. And I don't mean of the surgical variety. I mean of the shooting variety. with a gun, because I'm a shootist.
Right. You have mentioned that before.
No,
So whiskey's all around then.
I'll
Yeah.
have some of that.
I'll order a bottle of whiskey and 4 glasses.
That is a cool $10 there, Oisin.
Ooh, perfect.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Is there anyone
this is an expensive
that we
place.
recognize in this establishment?
There is, other than the owner and his son, and Chan, who eventually just goes back up to his room after a while. There are these two very large like men built like a brick shithouse kind of people.
Each
And it looks
one
like
a
almost
separate
they're-
shithouse.
each 2 shit houses. The only civilized way to live to shit.
Please, I live in I use a shit house, not a shit hovel.
turn the shit house into a shit home.
They're the kind of guys that look like their suits are too small for their bodies, and they come down and they order beers. They don't pay, and they just like stand at the bar and like they just proceed to down these beers before ordering some more. And they look like they're getting a workout going up and down these stairs. And then there's still the 2 men who were gambling in this hall in this establishment, though they're just at this point sitting at a table chatting now,
Okay.
or playing a friendly game of cards, like Go Fish.
I point the 2 large human outhouses to the others, and I say, "What do you think their deal is?"
If I had to guess, crime, probably. Of the physical assaulty variety.
Oh, those were people. Oh, I thought there was moving houses, moving shit houses.
Well, I'm glad we pointed them out as humans before you did anything incredibly regretful and tried to open the door.
I mean, it is,
Well,
it is
yeah.
strange. There's little moons cut into the back of their shirts there, so.
That's good.
She can't see very well. She's got one eye, and she's
That's
old
true.
as hell. So
Are there any?
yeah,
are
it
there
would have
any
been
lawmen in this
bad
bar?
form.
No, you actually
You ever
don't
considered
know,
getting a monocle?
which is strange. You haven't seen too many since you got off the train.
Okay, great.
We haven't seen
Yeah.
too many what?
Too many lawmen, lawfolk,
Mm.
law givers. Yeah.
What about outdoorsy
Law
types?
takers and givers.
Oh yeah. There's outdoorsy
Yeah.
types as
Any
far
outdoor-
as the eye can see.
Any outdoorsy types in this bar?
One walks in. He kind of like saunters in. Kind of looks like an old miner, like Dotty. And
Yeah.
he's got this big bushy beard, and he walks up to the bar and he goes, "Whiskey and make it cheap."
Dotty, I hear wedding bells.
I walk up to him.
Oh,
I slap down $1. I say,
Eh?
"Whiskey's on me."
Well, that's mighty kind of you, Pilgrim.
Tell me.
The name's Magnus.
Oh shit. Okay. Listen, Madness. I think I might actually regret this now, but I'm gonna ask you. You make it out into the deep woods at all?
You're funny folk. Sure, I'll make it out into the woods every now and then.
You ever seen some stuff you can't explain?
Well, I am a religious man, and I am constantly astounded by the miracles and the beauty of Mother Nature.
What I'm about to ask you is not about a miracle. It's not about beauty. It's about a cold-blooded killer by the name of Bigfoot. You ever seen one of them Bigfoots?
He practically spits the whiskey out of his mouth, and he slams the glass down, and he goes, "What the fuck did you just say?"
I said Bigfoot. Bigfoot. Killed a member of my family. That's the
If I
Chuck
was a
Horsefinger
spelling,
rhyme.
if I was a spelling man, that'd make me mighty steamed, I reckon. No, of course I seen a Bigfoot. Of course, Bigfoots is the last thing you worry about up here.
Bigfoot's.
You want to be.
I was gonna say Bigfoot's is the only thing I worry about.
Well, then strap yourself in, hombre, because there's something up here even more fearsome than all the big feet or long toes you heard about elsewhere.
Yeah, what's that?
Goes by the name of the Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Yes, sir. Foul creatures come in with the cold morning wind and leave with the cold evening wind. Takes everything you've got and more.
Ain't never heard of one of them.
Can I roll a common knowledge test?
Do you have a cult?
Oh no.
Okay.
But I have been living in the woods, so I probably would know what a Wendigo is.
Yeah.
Like I've been living deep in the woods, and I'm of nature.
Yeah. Make a common knowledge roll at a simple -2.
Okay, so it's whatever your dice is for common knowledge, plus a d6, and you take the higher of the two.
Yes, and if a die rolls the maximum number, in this case 6, you get to pick it up and roll it again and add it to that die's number.
Well, I got a big old donut. So nothing. Sorry, I don't know about Wendigos.
Yeah.
Only Bigfoot and Sam Squatch.
Wait, you also know about Bigfoots?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course I know about Bigfoots. I've been living in the woods for a long time. What about them Bigfoots from a couple indigenous folk what come by now and then?
I made a solemn vow to kill a Bigfoot.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that's your vibe.
Like any Bigfoot or just the one that killed your brother?
Oh, doesn't matter anymore. A lot of people have brothers. But there is one in particular. He's missing a big toe. He's got very distinct footprints. I've been tracking him.
Because I feel like, what if he's like the only bad Bigfoot, right? Like he's like a serial killer Bigfoot. And I know that term hasn't actually been invented yet, but he's like a multiple murderer Bigfoot.
Says the guy with the doctor's bag.
Yeah.
You're not going to wind up in Whitechapel in 4 years, are you? Like,
my point is, what if he's like a bad Bigfoot, right? And the other Bigfoots are quite nice.
Oh, sure.
I didn't know there was more than one Bigfoot. I thought it was just a monster, There's a family out there. Do they have kids? Aunts and Uncle Bigfoots? Big feet?
Oh no, ma'am. Bigfoots are kindly creatures. They'll give you the fur off their back. But Wendigos, now you listen here,
oh, shit, here we go. Is this how I sound? God.
They'll rip
your throat. It's quite close, actually. Yeah, it's sort of same tone of voice and anything. Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe it should keep hanging out, really.
They'll rip the throat out through your ear and rip your other ear out through your butthole.
That's a lot of work.
Wow.
They're up.
I don't think, as a man with a medical degree, I don't think you can actually do that. But yeah, what do I know?
So what kind of doctor are you there, Oisin? You got that doctor's bag. Are you a surgeon? What do you...
Sure. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Huh.
You're not a chiropractor, are you?
I say my skills are surgical.
Yeah, that's not Sinister at all.
Yeah.
That
what
sounds
surgery
weird.
are you talking about?
Yeah, that was super creepy, dude. Like, that was, wow.
You do dental
I think
surgery.
it was more
I just
evasive
need
than
some help with
creepy.
my teeth.
Yeah, I got some string and an access to a door. We could get that tooth out for you.
I mean, no offense, Dotty, but
Oh, well,
I think you need a tooth necromancer, not a dentist. Fill your
Was
mouth
that-
with a
don't
ghost
think
rock.
apparently that can be
necromancer.
arranged. Sorry. Yeah, no, I can probably use another of those teeth.
I don't need my neck romanced. I just need my teeth romanced, if you get my meaning.
Right. Do you want the teeth in or out? Like, do you want more teeth or less teeth?
And I mean, I wouldn't mind a few back. I have to chew a long time.
You know, for $1,000, you could probably get a
Just-
mouthful of ghost rock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your mouth
that
is
would be
screaming just all
something.
the time.
I mean, for like
Yeah.
40 gold, you could
Yeah.
probably get 40 teeth. I mean, you know.
Well, maybe
You gotta-
after this, I'll get some better mining equipment because my favorite pick broke. But I'll get maybe a few more teeth just for fun, as a treat. Treat yourself is what I always say. Teeth yourself is what I always
Dotty,
say.
you're a woman after my own heart there.
So when do we go after this Mackenzie guy?
Probably in the morning. I've drunk quite a bit at this point. And
I need
You
to
know.
I need to drink enough so maybe I'll sleep. We'll try doing that. Down another whiskey.
don't we all? Let me fill that up for you again.
Should we take a break here quickly?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest let's now that you've settled, you're gonna head out in the morning. We can take a break and come back in 5, 10. How's that sound, everyone?
Yeah?
Yeah,
sounds
it's like
good.
5.
Let's
Yeah.
take 5. We'll be
Yeah.
back in 5.
Uh,
The posse has had a rather an uncomfortable night of sleep. Not the least of which because Annie's haunted in her dreams.
I shrieked
or-
all night, just
yeah.
shrieking.
Or
Sounded,
even
sounded
with,
like a nice coal fire. I thought it was comforting ghost rock.
Yeah,
Ah!
quite similar, quite similar to the coal fire. Yes.
And the beds are actually quite nice. What it was there seems to just be like nonstop activity going on. You've all been sort of given rooms at one end of the hotel, and almost at the other end, it just seems like there's people coming and going all the time, and people talking loud, though you can't exactly make out what's being said. But you've gotten enough sleep that you're ready to hit the old dusty trail and head on out towards the Chan claim, just near Mount Tinsdale, a few miles away. Annie, you're the only one with a horse. Is that correct?
It would appear so.
Yeah. No one else piped up. So yeah, that means you're riding a full horse above everyone else.
Well,
But, you know, it's-
Dotty is sitting behind me on my saddle.
Nice.
I feel like that
Daddy's
is
quite
after an
small.
unsuccessful attempt by Oisin to get.
Age of a beauty, my friend.
And it's a couple hours walk through the mountains until you arrive at a flat area at the base of another mountain, and it looks like there's a well-traveled path that leads into this area that includes a little one-story house about 30 feet in area, about 500 square feet. This little house, along with like a big shed and some stables and like a like a forge or a workshop, an open air workshop. you also notice that there are about 4 bodies just laying outside this house that has its door wide open.
Well, you're
Oh,
the
wow.
doctor. You take what happened to these people?
They died.
Well, great. You drove away Annie. Nice work.
With your smart mouth.
Yeah. You and your
And he's going to get good.
No, I have to get closer to see what happened to them. I mean, they're dead or they're sleeping. Or I guess they could be soaking up the sun.
I can't see too good, but those fellas in the company do look quite dead from what I can see.
Why don't you take a look at him, Mr. Talky Talk, Mr. Chatty Pants?
It's fine, but make sure no one's like gonna shoot me if I walk up there. All right?
Okay, so I, how far up are the bodies?
They're about 18 yards away.
Okay. All right. I pull out my rifle and I roll notice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I get a +2. Oh wow! So I aced and 12 in total. So that's
Nice.
2 raises.
Yeah, you
And I got my rifle out.
and it has the scope.
It's got the scope.
Okay, so you're looking around. You don't see anybody hiding behind like a shed or up on like a bluff or anything like that. Well, you don't see anyone up on a bluff who would look like they'd ambush you. You actually do see a person on a horse on top of one of the top of one of the bluffs far away, and they seem to be like looking at you, but they don't appear to have like a rifle. In fact, it looks like there's a bow on their back, and they're just kind of standing there like looking down at you.
Okay. All right. So they don't seem antagonistic.
Nope, it's they're making no move to like ready their bow or like make their way down to you or anything like
Okay.
that.
Well, I lower my gun so as not to appear aggressive towards them.
And sorry, what rifle is this?
That's a Winchester 73.
Ooh. Yes, they look like they're about they look like they're almost 200 yards away, so it would be like the very limits of your rifle.
Okay. All right. So I just mentioned that. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say I just mentioned that to everyone. I got, and that person's watching us.
Mm-hmm.
We got somebody watching us. I don't reckon they're after us. Just want to let you know.
And then they begin to pull their horse
towards
away.
the dead bodies.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, the person on the bluff leads their horse away and like goes down the other side. Annie, you make your way towards the bodies. There look like they're men with dusters, and they've got their pistols out. They look like when they hit the ground, their pistols skittered away from them, and they are just covered in blood, like they've been like attacked with like a close weapon.
Have any of them
these aren't gunshot?
Have any of them had their ears pulled out of their anuses?
they have all their ears with them.
Well, it can't be that windy.
I'm gonna
in the right place.
I'm gonna go to Nuggets, and I'm gonna say, Squeaketh, squeak, 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 squeaketh. And then he's gonna scamper down off my shoulder and investigate the house, if that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see.
You have like an animal companion. Very cool.
That is incredibly cool. Does that edge?
Yeah, it's almost like I have Beast Bond or something. Page 51, Carmin.
Oh, like Mark Singer in the film Beast Bonder.
Nice. Nice.
Oh, I thought Beast Bondage. That was a different film, though.
That's a different movie altogether.
Different genre, different everything.
Yeah,
go ahead.
You can finish up with Taylor, and then I'll say what I'm going to do.
Okay. Taylor, roll a d6 for the mayor.
I got 3.
Great. All right. Oisin, what are you doing?
I want to pick up one of the guns.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to hang back from the rest of the group so I can talk out of earshot. It's going to kind of like angle myself away. I'm going to kind of look like I'm searching another part of the area.
Mm-hmm.
And holding the gun, I'm just going to be like, right, so I need you to tell me what this thing is seeing to my friend. And I'm going to need to make a deal with the devil to cast object reading because I don't have that spell and it's higher rank than I am.
Excellent.
Does any of us notice Oisin chatting with someone who's not there?
Well, he's done it in the
Talking to himself.
past.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He is hanging back from you guys, so if you're not keeping an eye on him, you won't notice him necessarily doing anything strange.
Okay.
But he is cradling that pistol. Okay. So, Oisin, you got to spend a Benny because that's your Annie for the deal with the devil. And so to the rest of you, this just takes like the blink of an eye. But to Oisin, he actually sits down at a sort of an interdimensional poker table, and you play a hand with this very stern-faced woman in this very fancy dress. The area around you seems blurry and incomprehensible. The power.
I kind of imagine it'd be like lush forest is where I'm at right now.
Yeah. And excellent. Make a gambling roll.
Okay. Ooh, that's an ace.
Nice.
And a 1. So that's a 7 total.
And yes, you didn't sadly get a raise, so that's just you get 6 cards. Now you make a poker hand with these. Are you? I know I'm terrible at poker hands. Are you okay with poker hands?
Yeah, so I can make a pair of 4s basically.
Pair of 4s.
Mm-hmm.
So 1 pair.
So you get 3 power points to spend on this spell. What is the power points for the spell you're casting?
2.
2. Nice. So you get to make a spell casting test. You can either add them to increase the total, so add them to your die roll, or you can use them to recharge your power points, which you haven't spent any yet, so you might as well just use them to add to the die roll.
Sure.
So you get +1 to the die roll.
All right. So that's going to be a 6.
Nice. All right. And sorry, one more time. What was the power?
Power is object reading.
Yeah, nice.
So I can see up to 5 years of this object's past. I'm really just going for like the last 24 hours, I think.
Cool. Yeah.
No, you get it all.
You get all of
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Sit back.
I mean, I could guess, yeah. It'd still only take about 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So it has trappings, but I want to suggest a change to my trappings. I do have to touch it, but instead of the glowing hands, actually I want something that would be more obvious. So if anyone is looking at me, I'm holding it out, this gun, and it is being held. I actually imagine that it's not a woman. It would be this sort of very fey-looking blonde man who's in like clothes that are about 200 years too old, but fancy dress, and he's got pointed ears, and he's just standing in front of me holding the gun that I'm touching, while I get the vision that he is providing to me.
In the last
Begrudgingly.
24 hours, this gun, you've seen it. It has been attached to a man who's been smoking and gambling, and then there's a noise that's heard outside, and all the men in this house get out and go out into the dark, and they don't really see anything at first, until there's this kind of howling and clanking noise, and one of the men, just like a bunch of blood just like shoots out of him, and then the gun is drawn and aimed at what looks like a boiler on legs, and then then it hits the ground and skitters away.
A boiler like a machine, so it looks like a machine thing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna shake it off. The other person isn't there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. And I'm gonna turn them and say, I think some sort of mechanical monster did this.
Okay. I put my
What?
rifle away and I pull my gun. Sorry.
What? How you figure that? Are you that kind of doctor? You're not even looking at the bodies and you can tell what killed them?
Like Quincy.
Oh, it's basic elementary deduction, there's some machine marks in the ground there.
Is Nuggets back yet?
Yeah, Nuggets is back. Nuggets only has like a piece of jerky in their hands.
Okay. Well, what you saying these tracks are at? Let old Skruggs take a look. I'm pretty good at tracking. Maybe we can figure out where this mechanical man contraption went, or what you say.
Not so much a man as like a boiler on legs.
This is a lot more detailed than one should be able to ascertain from a dead body, one would assume. I've seen my fair share of desiccated corpses.
I'm sorry, did you say
of various animals?
Did you say boiler on legs?
Yeah, was it weird? Do you not get those around here?
No, I'm just saying the guy who says that Bigfoot isn't real is saying that this thing got killed by a boiler on legs.
Yeah, there's all kinds of technological advances happening these days,
Oh yeah, like the steam-powered kettle on wheels. Or or a machine that can fly people from one place to another. It's ridiculous. Boiler on.
I mean, that's just a hot air balloon, isn't it?
No, that's not a machine. That's just hot air. I'm talking about a machine, like a boiler on wings that can carry people.
But a hot air balloon's still a simple machine, It's what counts as it.
Okay, while they're arguing, Skruggs is gonna get off the horse with like a little cute.
And you're gonna look at the tracks?
I ain't got time for this dick showing contest. Show me where these tracks are at.
They're, right there.
And
Did you
I
not see them? All right, look, I'll
is
confess.
that a joke, sir?
I made a
Is
deal
that-
with the fairy
is that
prince,
a
and he
joke?
showed me that the vision that it was a mechanical thing. I don't know that there's any tracks. I can't imagine there wouldn't be. It looked quite heavy, so.
So what
Dotty,
shape are
you
the
can make
tracks?
You can make a survival test.
Thank you. Stop this jibber jabbering. Let me take a look. So I'm gonna pull out one of those like jeweler's eyepieces. That's like yeah. Cause why not? And use it on my eye. I don't have like a monocle, but I got one of those. So I'll roll for survival. Mm-hmm. The highest is 3. Shit.
Try
If
the
you
other
want,
eye.
you can spend a Benny to
Use the-
re-roll.
Use the good eye.
Yeah, I'll spend a Benny. I'll spend one of my Bennies.
Mhm.
Oh, silly me! I always forget which eye it is. I got a 6. Hell yeah!
Nice.
So I got a raise.
So you can roll. Yep, get a raise.
So I roll again.
Yeah.
Just the 1 or the 2?
Just the one that got the highest number, the highest number on the die.
Oh, nice. And a 1. So yeah, 6 and 1, so 7.
7. You see tracks. You see these like just perfectly round tracks, like someone stuck a kettle, slammed a kettle into the ground. You also see a bunch of horse tracks and some blood trail headed off towards the northeast.
All along the same set of tracks, or are they like going in different directions?
They're
or
going in
whatever?
different directions.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna relay this information. Seems to be some sort of large kettle, and then over here, if you look at these tracks, they seem to be a horse and some blood. Everybody can see the blood, right? I'm not just imagining that.
Do you frequently imagine blood?
Well, I mean, I try not to. It happens.
As you guys look at Dotty explaining this to you, you see coming from around the shed behind her is this 6 foot, or rather 7 foot tall monstrosity. It looks like, and it's in the shape of a human. Its right hand has a pickaxe. Its left hand just has like a clamp, and it's got these. It looks like a boiler with these arms attached to it, and these 2 piston legs that are propelling it forward. It shoots out this steam from its back, and it's got like a head in the shape of like an upturned bucket with what looks like one of those German pickelhäuber things sticking out the top. And we will now draw for initiative.
So I guess they don't exist, huh, Chuck?
Okay, so I do have my pistol drawn. I did mention that I put my rifle away. I had pulled my pistol.
You did. So Annie, you got a Queen of Spades.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
Who's next on my list? Chuck. Chuck, you got a King of Hearts.
Nice.
Oisin, you have a 4 of Diamonds.
Okay.
And Dotty, you have a 9 of Clubs.
Mm-hmm.
And this creature has a 2 of Hearts, which makes sense because it is very slow. So, Chuck, you get to go first. This thing's about. Hold on. It's about it's about 40 feet away from you.
Okay.
So in that case, it's like 11. It's 11 of the range bands away from you.
Okay, cool. So that's still within my normal range. No, it's metal, right?
It's metal.
Great.
Looks like it's made of iron.
Looks like it's made of iron. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, I really only have one move at all, so I'm gonna shoot it.
All right.
Because,
Make a shooting roll.
all right, make a shooting roll.
Target number's 4.
Okay. Okay. I aced, and I'm going to roll again.
Nice.
A 1. Damn it! I was really hoping. Okay. So that is 11.
Oh, 11. Nice. So
Yeah, I got a D10 for shooting.
Yeah, excellent. So you get a raise. So that means you roll your damage and you add an additional D6 to it because you got your raise.
Okay. So that'll be 3d6 plus 1. 8, 9, 10.
10. Okay. Just gotta grab something here real quick like.
Yeah, just for the record, this is how we talk at home now. All
Yeah,
Deadlands
this is-
all the time.
Yeah, this is how Taylor and I will conduct our lives.
I've been listening to Marty Robbins songs all week. Old cowboy tunes.
Ah, yeah.
All right. This
I
thing
watched
you're-
2 seasons of Dairy Girls. So
Nice.
Really get that Irish accent going.
Slightly different.
Your shot hits this thing in the head, and it like tung, it like shakes it a little bit, and it seems to be like it backs up like another step, and then backs forward. It seems to be like repeating some kind of programming. If you want, you can move. Is another thing you can do. Oh, actually, I should have mentioned in Deadlands you can actually do as many actions as you want. It's just for every action you do above, like you get a move and an action. And for every action you do above that one action, it's a -2 to all actions.
Oh, cool.
You just got to declare it
Okay.
at the beginning.
okay.
I'm
Those
cool where
all-
I stand.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Annie, it's your turn.
Do I know what this thing is at all? I mean, I don't expect to have seen anything like it before, but can I roll a knowledge or something?
Yeah, you
Or is
can
that
roll.
an action? Is that an action to
um,
roll a knowledge?
No. I'll let you try and guess it from glance. Do you have science as a skill?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, then make a common knowledge test at -2, please.
Okay. Oh, I got an ace.
Oh, nice.
So I got a 8.
8.
10 minus 2, 8.
Great. So that's with a raise. So this thing, you've seen one of these before. This is what's known as a clockwork
Oh.
laborer, and it sells for $750 from the Smith and Robards
And
catalog.
I shot it. I'm an asshole.
They are
Ooh.
often bought by people to do menial tasks, and they're equipped and built bespoke to the task, and they don't normally kill people. So there's something wrong with this one. Definitely its pickaxe is covered in blood, so that puts 2 and 2 together.
Okay.
So you think this thing's malfunctioning, but yeah, it is a clockwork automaton, effectively powered also by steam.
Do
It
I
says
know
it's
if
clockwork,
it,
but it also has steam.
Right. Okay. Do I know if it has like an off switch? Do I get that with that raise?
It definitely does, but you got to get up to it, and you might need to make a repair test. Now, if you don't have a skill, you use a D4 and you -2 from that skill.
Okay. All right. Well, I will announce to the group. We just need to shut it off. There's a switch somewhere on it. Does anybody know how to fix one of these things? It's like a laborer. It's like a machine. Maybe don't shoot it. It's actually worth quite a bit of money. And yeah, I guess maybe I'll just I'm still on my horse, so I'm gonna take a swing around behind it and see if I can see anything obvious.
There is on its back. There appears to be a chunk of metal that's been damaged, and there's a bullet sticking out of its back.
Not that
Huh.
good.
Okay. So it looks like it's maybe like interfering with something. There's a bullet sticking
Yeah.
out of it.
Yeah, there's definitely like a real horror. There's like a real harsh clicking noise coming from it.
Annie,
Okay.
do you got any rope? Do you?
No. But can I? All right. Can I pull out my rifle and like rifle butt it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
do-
That would be.
I'll do a ride
Are you?
by.
Sorry.
I'll do a ride by because I'm still
Yeah.
mounted.
Nice. Make a fighting roll.
Oh shit! I don't have any of that. Okay. Oh no, I do. Yeah, I do. Sweet. Okay. Yeah, I got a 3.
Yeah. It the butt of your rifle clangs off of its smooth iron exterior.
All right. I think
No
there's
avail.
something back here. All right.
All right. Dotty, your turn.
I'm gonna go into whatever the site would be of the back with the piece and all this, and I guess I could try shooting at the piece of metal. Either that, like I don't want to get too close because I'm not exactly super agile. Oh, I'm okay, but yeah, let's try and shoot the piece of metal out in such a way.
Yeah, you figure you'd need to spend 2 turns moving towards it or like dash towards it, which gives you an extra d6 to your movement, but also means you're at -2 to do anything to it. But if you want to just go and maneuver around it to shoot it, you can do that no problem.
Yeah, I do that.
Excellent. So make a shooting test for me, please.
Okay. One moment. Okay. I can't have my Twitch stream and my character sheet open at the same time. That's just a 3.
That's sadly a miss.
Nope. I just ain't the shot I used to be.
Well, with your one eye and
It's all
all.
about that depth perception.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oisin, your turn.
Okay, so we really don't want to just destroy this thing, right? So Oisin has pulled out, he's backing away, he's pulled out a deck of cards. He looks like he's got a plan. Then he hears Annie say it's worth a lot of money. So he starts addressing his friend again. That he's gonna need him to do the little viney thing you've done before. And I'm gonna deal with the devil again. Spend another Benny and Ante up.
All right.
Gosh, this sounds dangerous.
So make a gambling roll for me, please.
Ooh, that is an ace.
Nice.
So that is 10.
10. Okay. That gets you another card. Oops. And here, can you see that?
Yeah, I gotta make it a little bigger here.
Not much and nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing there for me. Queen high is the best I can do.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Card Sharp and see if I can get a free reroll here.
Yeah, totally. So I personally am terrible with poker hands. So actually, thankfully, Deadlands gives you a chart, so I can actually take a look at that. Yeah, that's a real bad hand.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about no card playing, but that's a pretty bad hand.
Oh yeah, I got one free reroll. Okay.
Nice. There you go.
This was a reroll though. That one got me more cards.
It would get you more cards if you get another raise. So what did you roll before? You rolled a.
I rolled I rolled an ace and then another, so I had 10.
Your total was 10.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Extra card for success or 2 with a raise. I'm sorry. So there you go. You get that. It looks like there's actually a pair of 8s in there.
Pair of 8s it is. All right.
Sorry, Stu. I misread that. So
That
a pair
is
of 8s
okay.
gets you 3 power points.
Perfect. Then I will have some vines sprout up around this thing. So Entangle allows the caster to restrain a target with however you want to do the trappings. In this case, it's going to be vines.
Nice.
If successful, the target is entangled. With a raise, he's bound.
Oh yeah, so make a spellcasting roll for me, please.
Yes. Okay.
And you get +1 to this.
All right, so that'll be 6. So no raise there, unfortunately.
Mhm.
But he is entangled.
Excellent. Entangled means the victim cannot move and is distracted as long as they remain so. And distracted, I believe, is just -2 to all their actions. Okay. Well, it's its turn now, and it's shaken because Chuck shook it when he met its toughness. So it's gonna try and unshake by rolling a spirit roll. Ooh, which this thing has terrible spirit, but it actually aced, so it's able to do that. So it's no longer shaken. However, it cannot move. However, Annie is right next to it because she rifle butted this thing. So it's gonna twist on its torso and try and pickaxe her a question.
I love the pause as everyone processed
Yes,
that and
that
went,
was-
"Oh wait."
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, that was.
That's another way to say ask.
These things aren't made for fighting, so it's not incredible at fighting. So I will spend.
What about loving? Are they made for loving?
That is a model you can purchase for the low price of $750 from Smith and Robards.
Wow.
Maybe
Smith and
not
Robards
this model.
outlet near you. Ooh. So Annie, what is your parry?
3.
3. Okay. So this thing rolled a 9, so it got a raise on you. And so it gets 2d6 to try and pick you. 7 damage. What's your toughness?
6.
Okay, so you were just shaken, which means you can't really do anything on your turn. At any point, you can spend a Benny to ignore that, but on your turn, you get to make a spirit test to try and overcome your shaken. And it's a new round.
So
Oh, yeah.
it did 7 damage, and I have a toughness of 6. So what does that mean? Does that mean I'd only take 1 damage?
No, it means you don't take any damage. But if he gets that score again while you're shaken, it does become a wound.
Oh, I see. I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
It stacks. Okay, so new round.
Got
This is for Annie. You got an ace of clubs.
Nice. Is that good or bad? Is that extra good?
That's
Is that low
good.
or
Yeah,
high?
ace,
Yeah.
that's high. Yeah.
Okay,
ace
so
is
ace.
high.
Okay.
Yeah. Chuck, you get a 6
It's
of diamonds.
11.
Don't tell him the secrets.
I got a 6 of diamonds.
Yep.
Okay.
Oisin, you got a jack of spades.
Nice.
Dotty, 10 of spades. And this mechanical abomination got an 8 of hearts. So up first is Annie. Make a spirit roll for me, please, to try and overcome your shaken.
Spirit. Okay. I have a -1 on spirit because I don't sleep. Oh, that sucked. I got a 2.
So that means you fail. That means you can't do anything this turn unless you spend a Benny. Then you can act normally.
I will
All right.
spend a Benny.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this thing's entangled, and you're next to it.
Yeah, so it can't move. That's cool.
Mhm.
Weirdly magical vines are everywhere. I'm not sure about that, but yeah, I'm just gonna get away from it,
Mhm.
and then maybe I'll try and do what Dotty did. So I'll shoot at this weird piece of metal.
All right. Go ahead and make a shooting roll.
Okay, shooting. 2, 8. Man, I got a 5.
That hits. Yeah, target numbers for shooting are generally 4. So yeah, you hit.
Great.
And you want to
Okay.
hit that specific area?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Roll damage for me, please.
Okay. So it's another Winchester 73. So that's 2d8 minus 1. 11.
11.
Oh.
All right. Your bullet hits the back of this metal plate, and it this time it actually punctures fully the metal plate, and you hear this big click and these grinding noises, and then the steam coming out of this thing begins to dwindle until there's hardly anything at all, and it begins to act up like a toy that's stuck on something, and then just like there's this one big final click that echoes throughout the mountains, and it like stops and hunches over.
I think I might have put a hole in it.
You did good, Annie.
Well, somebody's got to get that steam out of there. Hole's the best way to do it, I reckon.
You got a certain kind of logic to you, Dotty. Certain kind of logic.
I just look at my tea kettle. There's a hole on the one side and there's a hole on the other side. One goes in, one comes out. It don't work right with the whistling and whatnot if it don't have no holes.
I like the way you think,
All right, I'm gonna
Dottie.
take a look at this thing. Is it? You think is it salvageable?
Yeah, you figure if you get a skilled a skilled person to repair it, they're able to repair the inner mechanisms and repair the plate, but it doesn't seem to be like busted or destroyed.
Is there a cart around here? Imagine we
There-
can't get this back on one horse.
There is a cart. Yeah, there's a wagon.
So, is there any indication as to why the automaton killed those people, or is it just like accidentally set to evil?
Yeah,
Well,
that bullet might have
The
accidentally sent
dial
it
on the
evil.
back.
There's your problem. You set your robot to evil.
Well, it had that bullet stuck in it, right? The like original bullet.
Yeah.
Back where I'm guessing was there a control panel kind of situation?
Yeah, there's a little there's a control panel behind there, and it looks like it struck some cogs and
Is
Like,
there anything
messed up its programming.
about that bullet, or is it just a bullet?
Looks like it's just a bullet.
No one's like inscribed their name on it or anything.
Scaramanga.
No, but that would have been cool.
Yeah. Can we tell? I mean, was it a bullet from a pistol, a rifle,
It looks like it's a pistol bullet.
pistol bullet? Okay.
You notice this thing has, once you get closer, you've noticed it has a bunch of other dings on it as well. You figure these outlaws might have been using it as target practice.
Poor metal bastard didn't stand a chance.
I'm just going to shout loudly to the air. It's enough with the vines now, thanks.
Tracked into the ground, leaving no trace.
I feel like you got stories to tell.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just ignore that and walk over to the 4 dead bodies and see if they are Mackenzies.
So those
If they're the
those
Mackenzies.
vines are gone, and there's only the clockwork thing. So you're saying the vines have been replaced by TikTok? Good night.
Oh.
All right. Well, you all get a Benny for surviving that combat. I'm gonna just throw another one on Eric's there because I quite enjoyed that one. Yeah.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the bodies. The Mackenzies don't really have like a brand or
Yeah, branding.
like,
branding was
Hey,
different
right.
back then.
yeah. Yeah.
They might have, Carmin, they might have a tartan.
They might.
They might have a tartan.
They might.
But
I
you
didn't
would
ask
survive.
that one. Could I throw a Ben? Could I spend a Benny to like have a wanted poster for them so I can see if they're like they look like the people were
Oh, right, because
Trying
you
to-
saw the
Yeah.
bring back alive?
You managed to grab a poster off a post outside the post office, and you see that there is. You see that there's that's one of their faces on the wanted poster. Actually, all their faces, all I think it's 3 of these guys.
So Bob,
Right. Well, that's $150 right there. So
so those are the 3 Mackenzie brothers. There's Bob and
Those are
Doug and
3.
Spuds.
Yeah, he's got a Budweiser in his hand, a Bud Light in his
Bud
hand.
Mackenzie.
A ringer
Somewhere in
on
the
the-
distance, you hear.
I knew it. Those posers.
We are in Canada.
Yeah.
It looks like three of the
So there were 4 corpses.
oh yes, right, 10. It looks like there's 4 of the 12 on the wanted poster. Sterling Mackenzie, the boss, is not amongst these bodies.
Are there any? Okay, so these are $100, 150 a piece.
Yeah.
There are 12 Mackenzies.
Load him up in that cart with the mechanical man.
Well, there's 12 in the
Yeah.
gang. There's Sterling Mackenzie,
gang.
and then yeah.
Yeah.
we were
They're not
making
I mean,
it's $100 a head for the Mackenzie boys, and then another 50 from what's his face each,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
All right, so this is like
and then whatever
$600
TikTok.
right here. And what do we get for the TikTok man?
Mm.
But we are supposed to go kill. I mean,
Well, the
deal
TikTok
with.
man you think might belong to Chad. You can try and like steal it and pawn it off in the city. But these things are like made to order. So, yeah.
I mean,
Mm.
now is there anything we find a value on these bodies that aren't drenched in Mackenzie blood?
You find only each one of them only
Hey,
had
even
like
coins are good drenched in blood.
yeah, exactly. Coins are washable.
you leave the blood on the blade.
One thing everyone will know when I'm
Scary
a
there, sir.
game master.
That was just for Eric. I mean,
Where the hell am I? Oh, they have they each have like amongst the 4 of them you can probably find $20 in a mixture of like bills and coins, and they each have like a 6-shooter on them, a Colt Army.
yeah, toss those in the cart and you can sell guns.
Yeah, we can check those out. And Annie, you're short cash. Why don't you take my share of this cash? Unless you want
Colt
the whole
Frontier,
thing.
sorry.
I really. So they were Colt Frontiers.
It's
Okay,
Nice
I
value, sir.
I do have ammo for that, which is nice because I already have a Colt Frontier. And Annie,
now you got 2.
Annie Hatchet, you have ammo for that too because the Winchester 73 takes the same ammo as the Colt Frontier.
There's also
Is
that
rifle
trail
ammo
of
the same as
blood.
pistol ammo?
Yeah, they made a note on the Colt Frontier that it takes the same ammo as the Winchester 73.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, maybe I will just take one of those then.
I'm gonna follow that trail of blood.
Yeah.
And I'm not giving anyone my share of the money. Just to be clear on that.
I put a bullet in my gun to bring it back up to 6.
You follow the trail of blood.
I do the same.
Yeah, I reload as well.
Nice.
Me too.
Yeah. On each of these guys, actually, you'll find they have 6 bullets each. It looks like they used a lot of theirs to wrangle this claim and then shoot that poor Tin Man. About like 30 yards away, you get outside of the claim. The blood trail stops at a horse that's just grazing, and slumped onto the ground near the horse is another man in a duster with a hat on, and he just like is laying on the ground, shallowly breathing.
I check my wanted poster against him.
Yep, that's one of them.
Shallowly breathing, you say?
Yeah. He looks up at you and he tries to like grab for his pistol, but he can't quite muster up the energy, and he goes, well, I guess I'm done for then. They got me.
Who got you?
That abomination.
Wendigo or a Bigfoot?
Or the
Oh, no,
metal
nothing.
man?
Its feet were round.
His feet were round.
A
What did
Was
his
it-
head look
round
like?
foot.
Was it made of metal? Was it holding a pickaxe and have clampy hands?
Sure, you numbskulls, it was the Tin Man, what you can buy from the
All
catalog.
right, there's no need to get
Yeah.
crazy about it.
It could have been something else that just happened to have come by. We don't know this. We can't assume these things. Anyway, you're probably bleeding to death, so I should keep this short.
I'm gonna step on his where he's shot.
All right, he pickaxe.
Yeah, just
he
to
howls.
get his attention back. It was like, so where'd the rest of yous go?
Back to the hideout.
And where would that be?
It's the Traveler's Lodge, 3 miles down the road.
Is there anything we should know? Any sort of tricks up the rest of your boys' sleeves?
And I got a lot to repent for, I ain't gonna lie. But I ain't gonna sell out my friends.
You kind of just did by telling us
I'm
where
just
they
gonna
are.
Put a little pressure on that woman again.
Oh, tarnation.
Which ironically stops the bleeding.
You can make an intimidation test on this poor fella.
Sure. Could I taunt him instead? Would that work?
Yeah, and would there be any sort of bonus, seeing as how, Oisin is stepping on a wound?
Yeah, I thought about that, and I'm gonna say the bonus is counteracted by the finality and the resolution in this man's mind that he is going on to meet his maker.
Gotcha.
Have to
So
answer
rather than intimidation, can I suggest that holding up my doctor's bag that I might perhaps be able to help him?
Yeah, that would be a persuasion.
If he tells us?
'Cause
Yeah, I'm good at that.
falls under persuasion.
I will make a persuasion check then.
All right.
Ooh, another ace.
Ooh.
That's going to be for a whole 7. Any bonuses because of the dying in this case?
Yeah, actually, I'll give you +2 to this one.
All right, so that's a 9 total.
So that's a raise. So it goes there to there. Okay. He says, the only trick that is getting pulled around here by the Mackenzies is a trick by the good Lord for sending you up against such a consummate gunfighter as Sterling Mackenzie.
Oh, that was just a shit answer, wasn't it? Deal's off, and I just step off of the wound and start right. Well, we know where we gotta go.
Let's throw him in the with the rest of them.
He's making so much noise, though. We can come back for him. He's
I
not
got
going
this
anywhere.
old sock. He'll be dead soon. At least we didn't kill him. No saving him. Might as well throw him in. I got some old sock.
You know, Dot, I like the way you're thinking.
We could,
Good initiative from you. Let's do it.
So you're putting us. What's happening?
what are we doing?
We just put an old sock in his mouth so he doesn't talk that much, and then we get him in the car. He won't make any noise.
Yeah, I had a friend in
We
the.
got a cart.
I had a friend at an
Look at
army
it.
base who did that. That's called a code red. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have told you the truth because you can't handle the truth.
I'm gonna see if I can stop the bleeding on this guy.
Yeah, make a medicine test.
That
How about
seems
you?
more
Does that
hassle
work?
than it's worth, probably.
Well, I ain't in the habit of letting somebody die in front of me, unless they deserve it. And this man didn't do anything to me. Healing?
Sorry,
Rather
healing,
than
not
medicine?
medicine. It
Is that
used
okay?
to be. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, healing.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it used.
And what kind of person would deserve it, Annie? That's my question for you.
I only got a 2, so
Mm.
I didn't do very well.
Nope. He with a final with a final. Did you stick the sock in his mouth?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that happened. I think that happened, yeah.
With a final. His eyes close and he dies.
Oh.
Jesus, you murdered him.
I gotta say, I don't feel great about what just happened.
We did our best. I did my best.
Yeah, I was gonna. So the sock was Dottie's. Well,
You know, could have been. Could
Yeah,
have
I
well
sh-
been.
yeah.
You know what I learned from being out in the weird West for a long time? You know, the better part of my 30s? Is that we gotta look out for our own. And that guy was gonna be more trouble than he's worth to save. Plus, he seems like a rotten feller. So, we're just doing everybody a favor. It's better to, truck around a few corpses than it is to try and wrangle the live ones.
Well, I dare say the argument doesn't have any substance right now, there, Donnie.
I
He's
suppose you're
over
okay.
right.
honor. He's
My brother used to say a sock in the mouth is worth 2 in the bush.
Brother was a
I
strange
heard
fella.
that before.
All right, let's get him in the cart. I can't believe that I'm the voice of reason here. But yeah, let's get him in the cart. Let's get to this hunting lodge.
Yeah. You put him in the cart and you head off. You head off in the direction of where this lodge is. It's usually something that's laid out for travelers. They can stop in as they head out on the trail. It's owned by someone, but it's almost up for grabs. And as you head out,
we take the other horse.
yes, of course. Now you have 2 horses.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a 2-horse town now.
Mm-hmm.
Stepping up. You're moving up in the world.
Ooh.
And I reckon we'll end it here. We'll iris in and to be continued till next time as the posse heads off towards this hunting lodge, which is no doubt festooned with outlaws and ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, Carmen, I'm pretty sure it's actually pronounced pussy.
What's
But I
happening?
can't say that on TV.
Oh, if they were not on TV. Look at the time. Time to go.
I mean, it's after 10. It's after the watershed.
Oh yeah, this is Nick at Night.
Yeah. We can say butt. Cool. So that's
Fart.
over the line.
I've seen Schitt's Creek. You can swear on Canadian TV.
You
Yeah.
can. Cool.
Anyway.
Thanks everyone for joining us. We're back in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're back in 2
Yep.
weeks.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Does anyone have anything to plug before we sign off?
Well, the last Wednesday over at twitch.tv/EricFell, myself and the amazing Joanna Gaskell will be doing the Critical Hit Show. That is Wednesday, July 29th at 7 p.m. Pacific Earth time. It is a live improvised fantasy epic with some of Vancouver's most talented comedians.
And this Sunday, the 26th, at 1 p.m. over at twitch.tv/Dungeon Punks Pod, myself and my co-host Lee Eldridge will be making our triumphant return to the realm of trivia with Trivia Punks.
Nice. What day?
Yay.
That is this Sunday, so the
Sunday.
26th, 1 p.m. in the afternoon. It's going to be
Big,
4 rounds of 10 questions. Each round has a different theme.
Nice.
The themes are warm-up round, spaghetti westerns,
Oh, my personal favorite.
Ooh.
a gibberish round. The spelling of gibberish in that case is important. You can go to our Facebook event and find that out. And round number 4 is bubbles.
Sure.
So
Great.
hope
Well, I'm
those help.
definitely attending. I've already
and then-
RSVP'd. I'm going.
And then the Tuesday where there's not this show, which is Tuesday the 28th. Also at twitch.tv/Dungeon Punks Pod, the Dungeon Punks will be doing a Star War. It's episode 5, I believe, of our Star War.
Nice.
They're all playing a bunch of space criminals.
Yeah, and I've set the What the Quest page to host both Stu's and my channels, and I also believe Carmin's channel because you're doing some stuff, right?
Yeah, I did a painting live stream. I'm kind of working on my setup more because I find it just the way my setup is. It's actually quite kind of uncomfortable for me to paint with it.
Yeah,
So
I hear you.
I don't have one. Yeah, I don't have one planned anytime soon. But if you hang around twitch.tv/honorrollgames, I mean, there's no reason not to. I don't send out notifications if I'm not doing anything. Invites, I call them. That's coined.
You were trying to invoice us, is what you were doing.
My plans falling apart, unraveling. Then yeah, just subscribe to that, and whenever I sit around and paint, I will that'll pop up. Sometimes because I work for a game store, sometimes I get to paint like exclusive stuff that you can see before it's released, which was the case a couple Sundays ago.
That is super rad.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I don't have anything to promote except for the Adventure.exe podcast, which you can find on all your favorite podcast suppliers. Wherever good podcasts are found, we're there among them.
Yeah, I should also add that Dungeon Punks is also a podcast.
Yeah.
Also findable wherever your podcasts are. Right now we're releasing old bonus episodes between seasons 1 and 2. But there's a whole first season that you can listen to should you need some content for the quarantines.
And I guess it's adios, amigos, until August 4th.
Yeah. Thanks, Carmen.
All right.
See you later.
Thank you, Carmen, for
Yeah, thanks.
GMing. Thanks, everyone. And I'm going to hit the end stream button. Don't forget to follow the channel and do all that good stuff and make good choices. Bye.
Bye, everyone.